Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch. Good morning on this 05.22.2023. Current time is 05:47 a.m. Eastern Time here in Upstate New York, the southern tier of Upstate New York, where I live and reside on this Monday. I'm just changing the title. I had to correct myself as I was tweeting it out. I got to retweet this here. Just hang on for a minute. On this Monday, let's see, May 22nd. God, the month is almost over with. Wow. Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here on, or Fireman Rich here on Twitch, at Fireman Rich over there on Twitter. And we just got to retweet this out here and delete that other tweet. I had Fridays, which tells me I haven't broadcast since Friday. Holy crap. That's a first, huh? And Tim, you gotta just wait. Hold your horses, dude. I get the whisper, and I'm like, Arterette, I'm thinking, am I getting? There's something wrong with my chat. And you whispered me over on the. I got the stream manager over here to monitor the broadcast. And oh, we're in the red. What's going on? Let's see if it holds out. We're not doing all that great. It says determining quality. Okay. I wonder what's going on here. Let's see. We're not looking all that great, I think. Or are we? We just gotta let it. Ooh, that's a big drop right there. Let's see. Let's see what goes on. 0. Holy shit. Unstable. Let's see. Oh, we're buffering. Are we still there? I'm trying to see. Let's see. We're unstable right now. Can you still see? Can you all still see me? There's something going on with the internet. Holy crap, I crapped out big time. Am I still here? All right, we're getting back into the green. Okay, you're still here. Okay, we just took a major drop on the kilobytes per second. Okay, I'm here. Okay, I just wanted to wait for that to stable because it took a nosedive. I mean, I was in the red on the so something. I had a burp on the CPU was good. Okay, and I'm just checking this out. Okay. See, you can't rush this. You can't rush it. Oh, but hello, good morning, Twitch. We are, yeah. I got Tim whispering to me over here as far as I'm waiting again for you. Tim, you gotta just be patient. You know I'm coming. Once you see my tweets, which you did see because I saw you retweet them. I appreciate that. I'm gonna be coming on shortly after that. You know the Monday deal, unless it's if it's after 6, if it's 6:15, 6:30, then you know something else is coming up and stuff like that. You know, it's just you know. So yeah, we see you. Okay, you see me. Okay, there might be a delay in the well, there's not a delay. It's just me saying this and then what I'm hearing, as far as that goes. So we're back up in good territory. 2,700 on the bit kilobytes. 22. Okay, and but good morning as far as that goes to everyone. And let's see, what am I doing here? Good morning, Tony D. Salute to you, sir. Hashtag positive start to the day. Hashtag PSTTD. Good morning to the missus. She's out there in the living room already. Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich over there on Twitter. Fireman Rich here. I do have the morning coffee. And it is tasting good. And we're not having problems with the coffee at all, unless I spill it. Good morning, Double J's. And good morning, Tim Fan. Don't wait all weekend for me. Don't wait for me, Tim. Come on, dude. You got things to do. Come on. There's a lot of things going out there in Michigan as far as that goes, and I appreciate it as far as that goes. And yeah, we took a real nosedive there as far as on the graph here as far as that goes. So I appreciate it. And let's see. Good morning, Double J's. Hello, and thank you very much for being here. Tim Fan, Fireman, are you still okay? We're back on track here. You're still here, Tim, and Double J's is here, and he's back in the background. Yep, we see you. Okay, thank you, you three guys there for being there. They're my regular workers there. You know what I forgot? Let me get this out of here. I usually. See, I'm seeing, after I'm on here, I do little things like move this out of the way so I can bring up my background TV. Because I hate a dead zone. I want something back there activating and stuff. You know, I don't necessarily need the news, but so you're seeing a little behind the scenes as far as when I prep. I thought I had everything. I got up at 5 o'clock. So Tim, you got to wait. I got to get the coffee going. I got to take care of the cats and all that. Less. I give you an hour of my day. And I appreciate it, Tim. I do appreciate it. Double J's, people wait on your broadcast. Yeah, that's one way of looking at it. But I guess I'm the type of person, don't wait for me. I am not no freaking hot shot. I'm just here trying to get my day going here. And it seems like... it's a little, since I retired, it's moved over a little bit, but I'm still getting up. I got up at I went to bed last night. We'll talk about it and stuff, but the Celtics lost last night. Just like, I couldn't even watch the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter was just a wash and stuff like that. So I stayed up for that and it just but this weekend I didn't do any broadcasting. I did not do any broadcasting, and so I wanted to, but I got busy. Saturday, what did we do? I ended up. There's a big shrubbery. We don't have the shrubs down here across the western part of the house here, but around the corner there's some shrubbery that borders the front lawns. And it's just going wild. And I ended up spending almost 2 hours whacking that down. I tell the workers I'm on a break for now. Okay. Oh, I'm your excuse for a break. Okay, I gotcha. I'll try. Tim Fan, for those that are watching on the replay, he's a contractor out there in Michigan and a hard-working guy. This is my lunch break. So you guys get started real early if this is your lunch break. But Saturday I ended up whacking that, and then I was doing some other things. I was thinking about coming online to do at least a gaming broadcast, and that didn't happen. I ended up taking a nap, and then that evening, I think, or was it Friday, the Lakers? Yeah, I watched basketball. I ended up watching basketball. Didn't watch all the games. Watched some baseball. Watched some football yesterday. And then yesterday, I just got up and I saw that I saw you were on Tony D. Tony D was broadcasting yesterday. And I guess you guys were on Nonsensical Nonsense also Friday night or Saturday night. One of those. I guess Glick was. I guess I was watching the replay, and it's just obvious Glick was throwing him back there and stuff like that, and the girls took him out, or he took the girls out, or whatever. But anyway, and but I didn't broadcast yesterday because I got busy doing something, and it's just something I'm venturing over into that may keep me busy. Filling those gaps during the day, and it's sort of researching Bitcoin again. I am earning Bitcoin when I use my, and I talk about this, and I have no association with the program or the application. I know I've talked with Tony D about it, and it's the Fountain program, Fountain podcast, and I listen to podcasts. And while you listen to their advertisement, or you listen to the one post, or it can be anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour and a half. You listen to that; they give you satoshis. But then if you listen to other ones, that's that doesn't count against. I guess you can listen to some other podcasts, and I do. There's some podcasts I listen to that I usually listen to on the radio, and I'm using this for radio now. I use TuneIn Radio for the local radio stations now during the day. That sort of, but you get Bitcoin, you get satoshis, and I'm looking at some other avenues, and it fascinates me. So it's something I'm getting interested. I'm not going to make any money and stuff like that, but I'm behind the curve to understand the cryptocurrency and stuff like that. Now I'm not going to go full bore in it. I'm not going to invest in it and stuff like that. But I do earn some satoshis, and I guess I was doing research on bringing. I never got these up, but I got a bunch of these back in the day. I almost started a rack of. I have 6 of these. These are called Acer. Oh God, what are they called? Acer. You can mine Bitcoin. They're more of a. I can't use these anymore, from what my research is. So I was just looking at some YouTubes. I'm not going to dump any money into this. It's to get a mining rig. It's starting out. The lowest I saw was like $400. They consume a lot of electricity, but it just fascinates me to look in and research that, to understand it. And on a very, very minute, small scale, I am earning. It's like I probably, with the amount of. I guess because I'm earning the satoshis listening to podcasts, I need to understand what it's all about and stuff like that. And this weekend, I actually made an exchange of like a penny's worth of Bitcoin. I think I have I'm up to, since I've been using this app, Fountain Podcast, I've got let's see, in 4 months, I have like $5. Okay, so it's just very passive. So I start dabbling with wallets, transferring, a couple dollars worth from this wallet to this wallet, and then from this wallet to this wallet. And it's pretty interesting. And as far as, because I guess that's the currency of the internet, and you got to understand it. So, like I said, there's things on this internet that fascinates me. And then yesterday we did have a launch of the SpaceX, and they call it something else space. There's 4 astronauts. One of the astronauts is from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, a mission specialist from Saudi Arabia. The commander is a female. She's been up before. Very, very astute, and very. You could tell by how she was presenting herself during the launch on the radio. Very, very, very. She has some leadership behind her, so she sounds like a leader as far as that goes. So there is a SpaceX, a Dragon capsule, probably getting ready to dock with the International Space Station. So I was watching that yesterday after dinner, actually it was during dinner. We had it on the YouTube on the back TV here, and but I didn't do any broadcasts. I got sidetracked and stuff like that. So thus the changing of my title here at the beginning of this broadcast. But we had a gorgeous weekend as far as that goes. We had a little rain late Saturday, but I ended up doing the shrubbery whacking and it still needs a lot more work. I just got one side where it was just encroaching over into a lilac bush at the top, and I just whacked the hell out of it. I took over like 2 feet. I brought it 2 feet back, and it opened up that area that it should have been done a long time ago. It's just one of those jobs. I'm going to get to that someday. I'm going to get to that. I wanted to do it Friday, but it was a little windy Friday. I don't like working out in the yard when it's windy. And actually, when I got all done, I ended up. It's probably the second time I've used this. I had to connect the red trailer behind my riding lawnmower to put all the cuttings. I made like 4 trips back into the Grove area here to dump them, and then 2 more for some other wood to put in the wood pile area, and I just use my extending. I got this extending chainsaw. It's a small chainsaw, probably about 10 inches, 10 inches in length, and that was able to get me get up. It's on a boom. I can go up like, was it maybe 10 feet, 10 feet, 10, 15 feet above me, and I'm 6 foot, so I got that range where I just whacked it all the way back and stuff. So it was fun using that. It took me longer to clean up than it was to whack the limbs. And some of these limbs, it's a shrubbery bush, but some of these limbs, I mean, I let it grow to where some of these limbs were almost like a small tree as far as that goes. So it was a good weekend. Currently here in the southern tier of upstate New York, we have it's 41 degrees Fahrenheit. What's going on here? Didn't I set that? Okay, there we go. 41 degrees Fahrenheit, which equates to 5 degrees Celsius, and it looks like we're going to have another banner day. A little cloudiness later in the afternoon here in the southern tier of upstate New York, but sunshine to start out. Then a few afternoon clouds, a stray of showers or thunderstorms are possible. High 76, which is good. Winds out of the north by northwest, 5 to 10 miles per hour, which is good. 5 to 10 is good. When it gets over that, even 10 to 15, that's okay. It gets over 15, but it's and it was over 15, I think, Friday. The sun rose this morning at 5:40, which is about 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes ago, and it was just before we came on board here, to make sure Tim got his break. Let's see. The sun will set at 8:26 p.m. later today, as far as that goes. And we do have a thought for the day. I'm just going to move right into that. You guys are listening. And what's happening? Cannot verify sir identity. Continue. Okay. Our thought for today comes from a gentleman his name is Joshua J. Marine. Listening. Okay, Tim, you're listening. Good. You're having your coffee, having a smoke, and I'm having the coffee, and I know Doubles J's is there, and Tony's in the background getting ready for the day job there and stuff like that. I think Tony had his son this weekend. I saw Jason pop in on one of the nonsensical nonsense when I'm watching the replay. Joshua J. Marine he's an author. Particular famous quotes. His accomplishments might include that his quotes are selected by many websites. I'm watching guys work. Okay, so you're monitoring you're the supervisor monitoring the guys, or else you're the safety officer. If you got a coffee cup in hand and you're watching your workers, you're the foreman. But he was an individual. An individual mobilization augmentee. While deployed in support of Operation Endure Freedom, he was assigned to the 1st Marine Logistic Group, Marine Expedition Force, 4FW. I think the 1st Marine Expedition. My kid brother was that. He died though on October 19th, 2010. But he was a Marine. and he does have quotes. Let me get some more skinny. This is interesting. Joshua was a national leader and military commander. No, that's a different Joshua. This is Joshua J. Marine. Let's see. I didn't look at this. Hey, Jeeves. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing? Good morning. So, but his quote and our thought for the day goes as follows. If it brings it up. Okay, challenges are what make life interesting. And overcoming them is what makes life meaningful. So you have challenges that make life interesting, and you overcome those challenges to make your life meaningful. Joshua J. Marine. Challenges are what make life interesting, and overcoming them is what makes life meaningful. Which is a good quote. Actually, it's a great quote, because I'm one always saying you're going to have those challenges. You're going to have failures. Those challenges are those failures that you finally overcome those failures, moving forward. Okay, you see the theme I'm going here, and that's my outlook. Moving forward. Try not to get bogged down in the quagmire muck crap, and try and stay positive, because a clear, level head, even keel mind is going to get you through those challenges, and overcoming them, when you look back and say, look what I did. Now there's some challenges with the Lakers and Celtics, which I'll get into after this weekend. It does not look good as far as that goes. And let's see, the National Day. Let's see, today is May 22nd, 2023. It is a Monday. We start a new work. Great quote. Yeah, I thought so too, Josh, or Chiefs. Sorry, the J there. And yeah, that's a good quote to get you through the day and stuff like that. The challenges and the overcoming of those things that and we all have minor things, and sometimes it's all those little things that get so don't get caught up in them, get past them and stuff like that, as far as handling them. But today is Monday, May 22nd. We start a new week here. It is the 142nd day. It is the let me back up. It is the 21st week. And we'll come back to the National Day, because I'm getting too long-winded here. Our world times and temperatures. Let's go over that, because I already gave you my times and temperatures. Let's go around the world. Like I said, it's 41 degrees Fahrenheit and 5 degrees Celsius in Honolulu, Hawaii, which they just clicked into today at 12:10 a.m. It is partly cloudy, partly clear, 75 degrees Fahrenheit. In Phoenix, Arizona, it's clear skies at 3:10, 81 degrees Fahrenheit. In Albuquerque, New Mexico, at 4:11 a.m., it's clear skies, 48 degrees Fahrenheit. Double J's, told you that your broadcast is worth. Yeah, okay. No, you guys are the regulars. I appreciate you being here. You guys, I know Jeeves. He's probably been up overnight, and Double J's. You're in the middle of your afternoon and stuff like that, and Tony's getting ready for work. I can't sleep anymore. I went to bed at about 10:30 last night, and I got up this morning at 5. A little before 5 and stuff like that, so I had a good night. Let's see, 48 in Albuquerque, clear skies. And let's see, Chicago at 5:11 a.m., clear skies at 5:11, 55 degrees Fahrenheit. In New York City, the jungle at 6:12 a.m. That's the current time here in the southern tier of upstate New York. Also, it's sunny skies, 61 degrees Fahrenheit. It's supposed to be a good day today, so it should be a good day down in the city. Cork, Ireland at 11:12 a.m. Partly cloudy, partly sunny. Yeah, more sunny. Let's see, backing up in Jeeves, Mr. Twix, back in Vancouver. He's in Vancouver, Canada, our Canadian friend. He has a temperature of 11 degrees Celsius, which is 52 degrees Fahrenheit. Thank you for the conversion, Jeeves. I like giving the Celsius of where I'm at here and stuff, but it doesn't have the Celsius here. But anyway, Cork, Ireland, 11:12 a.m. Sunny skies, sunny and cloudy, 57 degrees Fahrenheit. The same in Milan, Italy at 12:12 p.m. Sunny, partly cloudy, 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, we have at 1:13 p.m. sunny skies, 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Of course, our good friend Randy W. Horton is not there. I guess by this time he should be Double J's. Did he land in Finland? Or Jeeves? You guys are on the overnight, so I'm not sure. I didn't see any notifications, and I hadn't checked. I did see he broadcast just before he left the airport. He had to go early this morning, but Riyadh, it's 1:13 p.m., so he should be in Finland by now, I would figure. In New Delhi, India, at 3:43 p.m., sunny skies, 111 degrees Fahrenheit. Ooh, that's hot. In Mumbai, India, that's where Double J's is at. For anybody watching this on the replay, he's one of the people that are in the chat here on the Twitch broadcast. 3:43 p.m. Mumbai, it's partly cloudy, partly sunny, 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Not sure. I think he has landed. Oh yeah, he would have to land. It's not that. It's a couple-hour flight, I would figure. At least a 3-hour flight. No more than a 3-hour flight, I think. Given the map, let's see. Yeah, maybe it's a 4-hour flight. I don't know. That'd be interesting to find out how long, because he probably flew out of Riyadh, and it's at least maybe 2 hours from Riyadh to Italy, maybe 2.5, 3. So that might be a 4-hour flight. He just tweeted he is on layover in Istanbul. Oh, that's right. He had a long layover in Istanbul. Okay, that's right. That was like, yeah, I think I remember him saying, I'm not sure how long, but en route. He's en route. Okay, thank you, Double J's, and we wish Randy W. Horton safe travels. As far as he's a very good guy, interesting as far as that goes. Mumbai, India, like I said, 90 degrees Fahrenheit. In Kuala Lumpur at 6:15 p.m., sunny skies, 88 degrees Fahrenheit. In Manila, Philippines, at 6:15 p.m., it's cloudy skies, 88 degrees Fahrenheit, also there. 88 in Kuala Lumpur and 88 in Manila. Tokyo, Japan, at 7:15 p.m. in the evening, it's cloudy, 73 degrees Fahrenheit. And down in Melbourne, Australia, 8:15 p.m., 54 degrees Fahrenheit. And 8:15 p.m. in Sydney, clear skies, 54 degrees Fahrenheit. And those are our world times and temperatures as we speak. And Mr. Twix G says, I have an MRI appointment this morning with I can't pronounce that. What's that word? You got an MRI. What are you getting checked out, Jeeves? Everything okay? That's news. You're going in for an MRI. That's not. What's the MRI? Let me see. How do we pronounce? Let me see. Let's see. Let me see what this word. Let's see. You're going in for a
aneurysm.
You have an aneurysm. What the frick, geez? When this happen? What the frick? For my head. Oh, for your head. Oh my God. Ooh. Wow. For real? Didn't know. Oh man, it's just a routine check. Okay. What is it? Is a condition you've always had that you had to have checked or something like that? Or did you have well, just I hope you have a good MRI and it comes out good there, Jeeves. Routine check. Okay, nothing's routine. An MRI is not routine. Well, I guess if you get one to get things checked out and stuff. So I get the check every. Oh, it's at every 5 years check. Okay, okay. That's why they got those checks. I get my eyes checked. As far as to get prescriptions, but the inside of the eyeballs every other year or something like that now. So yeah, that's you gotta keep up on those checks and keep ahead of it. So I get my cancer check every 5 years. So did you have? Well, I don't want to get into your medical and stuff. I just we're thinking about you. Okay, just have a good MRI and everything will go. Hopefully everything will go good and stuff. Okay, it's just we're with you. Okay, we're in your corner, Jeeves. As far as that goes, that's the route I want to say. You'll be fine. Yeah, but I don't know. You start mentioning it, it's like what? So, all right, Jeeves. Let's see. Now back to what day, the National Day today. Let's see. What do we have on the docket here? We got a bunch of them. World Paloma Day. Paloma Day. That's a drink. That's a type of drink. As far as that goes. Let's see. National Maritime Day. No. National Biomusical Instrument Day. No. National Craft Distillery Day. That could be interesting. That's something I could get into. I could get into distilling, making beer. I don't think I'd be all. That involves cooking. I can't cook. And International B&U Day. Okay, that's interesting. National Vanilla Pudding Day. I like this one. Who likes that game Solitaire? I was playing some Solitaire this weekend. I had it on my phone, and I've got these. I call them pocket games. I played Clash of Clans and Solitaire. I do have Risk on there. I haven't played Risk. I used to broadcast Risk. I was going to do something with Risk there, but it never materialized. But National Solitaire Day. That sounds like that can eat up some time for you. Let's see. National Solitaire Day. The card game, playing solitaire. Of course, you can. That's like. Remember when Microsoft first started? The computers first came out, and we had Microsoft Windows. One of the first games you played was that Miner game. Remember Miner? You try and click out and try not to hit the bombs. Solitaire is like that game. But on May 22nd, National Solitaire Day, recognized as a card game that has been around more than 200 years. Hashtag National Solitaire Day, also known as Klondike. The classic version of the game uses a standard deck of 52 playing cards. The object of the game is to clear the board by creating a stack of cards from low to high in each of the suits. If the player completes each suit, the player wins the game of Solitaire. It wasn't until 1990 when Microsoft included Solitaire in Windows 3.0, that the game truly went viral. Microsoft Solitaire successfully helped teach computer users how to use the mouse pad, and the process, just a simple game could teach you how to use this thing, the mouse, right? Think about it. That's something that simple we just take for granted now. And in the process ended up becoming one of the most popular video games in history. There we go. For the past 30 years, Microsoft Solitaire has been provided great entertainment to hunt. You add up the time I spent on that. It's hours, during the course of the game. You got idle time sitting at the job. Break out the Solitaire. It's there. But it provided great entertainment to hundreds and millions of people in every corner of the world, and we're happy to announce that May 22nd of each calendar year, we will officially be designated as National Solitaire Day, recognizing the day Microsoft first included Solitaire in the Windows, says Paul Jensen Studio, manager of Microsoft Casual Games. So it is a casual game. And I was playing a little bit of it this weekend, as far as that goes. That's a fun game. So there we have it. Let's see. This weekend, starting Friday evening for the baseball, we had. Let's see. Let's get to the scores here. I could go for a refill. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. Before we go to the ball game, the baseball games here, I'm going to get a refill. So you guys hold tight for a minute, and let me get some coffee. I'll be right back. And that, folks, was New York City before the big elk there. Before the big elk coming in, the New York City skyline, as far as that goes. So we got a second cup of coffee. The broadcast looks like it's doing good. Okay. I don't know what happened to that beginning here. The big blurb. There we go. That's a good top off. Let's see, baseball, Major League Baseball, starting Friday evening. We had, where are we? This Saturday, Friday. What do you have for ball games Friday night? Friday night we had Blue Jays lost to the Orioles, Jeeves, 6-2 on Friday. Mets beat the Guardians. And where are the Yankees? The Yankees beat the the Cincinnati Reds, 6-2. The Saturday games, that was Friday. Let's see how it went, okay? We're going into the weekend here. The Orioles lost to the Blue Jays, the Blue Jays lost to the Orioles again on Saturday, so that's 2. Let's see. The Yankees beat the Reds, the Cincinnati Reds. That's 2 for so. Oh, you know the scores. Okay. I'm just catching up because I watched a little bit, but I didn't really concentrate on it because I had other things. But look, that's 2 games the Yankees gained. Let's see, the Mets. Where the hell are the Mets? They didn't play on Saturday? Who did the Mets play? The Mets played the Guardians. So where are the Guardians? The Mets didn't play Saturday? What the frick? It didn't look like the Guardians played either, so maybe they had some weather out there. Okay, so Sunday, Yankees, they won. They swept the Cincinnati Reds, and the Orioles swept the Blue Jays. Ooh. So where's that put it in the standings here? Uh-oh. The Blue Jays switched places with the Yankees down in the cellar. How did Toronto get to last place? They were cranking at first. The Rays, Orioles. Wow, they're second, two and a half games out, and the Yankees are 5 games out now. It's not looking well. It's a long season, Jeeves. It's a long season. You never know. That's the Rays and Orioles are at the top. Red Sox, you got to get ahead of those Red Sox. That's what you got to do. Screw the Red Sox. I don't really care for the Red Sox. Let's see. There was some football action this weekend in the USFL. They're in their what week? The 7th week, I think it is. 5th, 6th. Yeah, the 7th week. They're more than 2/3 of the way. It's a 10-week season. Let's see. Ooh, the Breakers lost to the Philadelphia Stars. Ooh, that's a big loss. And the Jersey, this is the game I want. The Jersey Generals just couldn't get that they had a chance of winning it, and they didn't. They lost 16-10 to the Houston Gamblers, as far as that goes. So that was the football action. So this season goes, I think it's 10 weeks, I believe. Yeah, it goes to June 17th. Is that the 10th week? Yeah, June 17th, June 18th, and then the playoffs start June 24th, which is the last Saturday of next month. So the football it's some good football. Not too many people in the stands there at, I think what is it? The New Jersey Generals and Houston Gamblers are playing in. I looked up the stadium. It's down there in Tennessee. Something stadium, I forget. Now to the NBA. It's a sad. I watched the Lakers play against the Denver Nuggets, and I went to bed after the third quarter. Well, it didn't matter. I was tired anyway. Denver's going to probably end up winning that series. Denver looks tough. That big guy they have he's called Joker. He's monstrous. Denver's doing good. The Lakers, there's no way they can come back. They're just running flat. LeBron James, he's not a factor. Not a factor anymore. There's too many good players, and that's what you could say about the Boston Celtics. Last night I watched them. Heat beat them in the first quarter, 30-22. The second quarter, they beat them 31-24. And then in the second quarter, so they were ahead at the first half. The third quarter, they just trounced the Miami Heat. Trounced the Celtics, 32-17 in that quarter. They couldn't hit the Celtics could not hit a 3-point play for the life of them. I went to bed afterwards. I said, there's no way. I'm thinking, well, if I go to bed, maybe I'll wake up and I'll be surprised if they won. No, there was no leprechaun on the hoops there for the Celtics. They did win the fourth quarter by 4 points, but it wasn't enough to overcome the deficit So Miami is playing. They're a hot team. So it looks both the Lakers and Celtics are 0-3. This could be the first time we have the West and the East champions get swept. A double swept. Never happened today. It's never happened. So that would be historical for the NBA. And both teams, the Denver Nuggets, they're a serious team. The Miami Heat, they're a serious team. They are, and it's huge. It's huge as far as that goes. So if that happens, I will still watch the final. I think it's worth watching because there'll be two complete different teams. I think everybody was sort of hoping for another Los Angeles Lakers Celtic. Not going to happen. There's new players, and it's Bing. It's Bing. That's for sure. It's Bing. It's freaking dope, man. It's like I'm looking at. I think that seventh game with the Sixers. I'm just going to come up with an excuse for the Celtics. It just drained the shit out of them to win that seventh game against, and the 76ers. They almost knocked off the Celtics. The Celtics are not playing anything near what they did against the 76ers. So I think the Miami Heat, they are just a serious team. They're not a fluke as far as that goes. So there we go with the basketball. And it's good. I'm watching more basketball this year than I have in years past because they got away from all that crap that they put out. I should really call it crap. That stuff they put out on the court stuff. I don't like stuff being thrown right in my face. It's all about the sport. Park all the opinions and all that other stuff there at the door. It's as far as that goes. So interesting times. So Now I don't watch it, but in the women's NBA, that player that I can't think of her name because I don't watch the WNBA. I don't watch it at all. It doesn't interest me at all as far as that goes. It's just I'm glad they've got the sport. Don't get me wrong. But I would probably watch it more than I did watch. For some reason, I had the little TV, the other tablet I have on the TV, so I didn't have to look back. And I had a channel on there, ABC, before they were doing the Stanley Cup or something like that. I don't know what teams were on there, the North Stars and somebody else. And so, what do I got this on? Turn it off. I'd probably be more apt to watch the WNBA than the NHL. But I guess the girl that was the player there that she was held by the Russians. She made her debut, and I guess the coach got a little perturbed. I saw a headline that the game should have been a sellout. I guess she's a good player, but just because she, I don't know. The game should have been a sellout. I don't know. If you're going to go there for the sport. You're not going to go there just to make, maybe to show support. But she's been back for a while. She's acclimated, so it's old news that we still have some people over there that are being held by the Russians. That should be that's what the coach should be talking about. Oh, she got released. Look what she can do. We need to get those other people released. If you're going to go that route, you don't, as far as, or else just keep it parked. Just play the game as far as that goes. I hear that she is a good player, and I'm glad that she's back and she's back doing it, and she probably appreciates her country a lot more than because most people don't until it directly affects them and stuff like that. So, but so that was a little WNBA news, which, like I said, I don't watch it. I watch primarily Major League Baseball, NFL, Major League Baseball, the NBA, and those three sports. Once in a great while, I'll watch cornhole. You know what cornhole is? They throw those little bean bags. That's pretty interesting. And they got a pro circuit. That's pretty interesting. It's pretty cutthroat. I mean, it's sort of like a milder way of shooting horseshoes and stuff like that. I remember my younger day. I used to watch bowling when I was a kid. I was just fascinated watching bowling and all that. But now it's just those three sports: NFL, baseball, and basketball. As far as I do like when they bring the track and field. If it's on there, I'll watch it. As far as that goes, I don't go out of my way to look at it and stuff like that because, and I'm always interested in who's winning this marathon and that marathon because I'm a former runner. But I usually get that from the news and stuff like that. Let's see, in our interesting history, what do we look? Oh, we're at 51 minutes. Okay. And how we doing? Oh, we're holding at 5 viewers. Oh, thank you for watching, people. Thank you for those people in the chat, and thank you for the people that are just hanging out watching. Let's see. But today, let's see. What do we got on the docket today? Do we got anything? I got to ask the missus as far as that goes. What do we got on the docket as far as what is it? What am I looking for here? What's going on here? Huh. That's interesting. Oh, I know how I gotta get to it. Get to it this way. That's right. Monday, just the start of a Monday. The missus, she's got things to do here. I got to stay out of her way. So I'll be just hanging out here. I think last Monday I did get a Lord of the Rings game. I think I broadcast for 3 hours last week and stuff like that. So let's see in our I'm just going over the chat here. Tony, I forgot to do. I'm sorry, Tony. Tony down in Robbins, Georgia, Warner Robins, Georgia, 69 degrees Fahrenheit, 74 for the high, and 66 for the low. Cloudy down there where Tony D is at, as far as that goes. And just going over the chat to make sure. Got everything there. And oh, let's see here. Oh, what happened here? I didn't want that. Okay. In our history, let's see. Do we have anything of interesting history? Let's see. In 1872, U.S. President Ulysses S. Grant signed the Amnesty Act, restoring full civil rights to most Confederate sympathizers. Okay, this is the Reconstruction of the South after the Civil War. There was a lot of things, even though President Grant, he had a little sketchy goings on there, dealing with the sale of whiskey. I guess his influence, it's almost reminiscing of what's going on with the current president here, with the influence there when he was a vice president. But Ulysses S. Grant, a lot of people don't realize that he tried doing a lot that that never got passed by the Congress after the Civil War, that would have helped reestablish a lot of things quicker down there in the South, as far as equal rights and all that. But it took, what is it, 100 years later there in the early 60s or something like that. Wow, but see, that was 1863. And 1963, it would have been 18, it's 13, it'd be 6. It'll be 96 years later in the 60s here, 96 to 100 years later, that we had equal rights as far as the Civil Rights Act and stuff like that. But that's where we falter as a country in the United States. It's years afterwards we say, man, we should have done that way back when. Let's see, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood back in 1967, the longest running children's television series, aired its first episode on this day back in 1967. And let's see, what else do we have here? Yeah, that's a wow. Tom Hanks plays Mr. I gotta watch that movie. I haven't seen that movie. Oh, I know, the movies. I ended up watching on Paramount Plus this weekend with the family. We watched Dungeons and Dragons. Good movie. I liked it. The story plot towards the end, oh my God. The confrontation of the main character there. One of the main character, Chris Payne, who plays the, what's your skill? He plans. I'm not going to give it away if you haven't seen it. It's a good movie. I like it. It's on Paramount Plus, Jeeves. It's a good movie, I think. I was told that it's. I used to play D&D, not the board, the traditional D&D. I did play on the Commodore 64. They had a program that I was fixated to, as much as I am with Lord of the Rings now. But there was a D&D game for the Commodore 64 that I played, and you go through the dungeons. I had the graph paper out so I could map my way through and stuff like that, and that's a fun game. As far as that goes. I tried playing the role playing once when I was in the service, and it's okay. I'm not into the role playing. I sat in on a couple, and then I was asked. This is back when I was a single airman when I was at Aviano Air Base. No, actually, I was there my second time. That's when I played it. Yeah. They saw that I had the game because I would bring my game in on the weekends. You're there for 24 hours, so I'd bring it in. And it's sort of like bringing in your Xbox or something like that back in the day. But I would play it and say, "Oh, why don't you? We'll get a." There's one guy who was an avid a real Dungeons and Dragon player. And he tried getting some of us playing. It's just like, it wasn't our cup of tea. It was fun for that one time, but I think we got it. We moved into playing Axis and Allies. Axis and Allies. The board game is good. Thanks for the recommendation. Check it out. I think it's a good movie. I think it's a very good entertain. Even if you don't know anything about Dungeons and Dragons, it's a good movie as far as the storyline and stuff like that. And it's good against evil, basically. Basic storyline there. But it's what's confronted at the end of the movie is very interesting and stuff like that. And that's all I'm going to say about it. So I would recommend it. It's worth. And the missus thought it was okay. She wasn't over ecstatic like I am, because I like those type of movies. WoW. Remember WoW? The WoW movie. I wish they came out with a WoW too, as far as that goes. And the Lord of the Rings series, that's just great. Thanks for the recommendation. Yes, yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Double J's. Let's see, what do we have here? So, what's this? Oh, 117 years ago today, the brothers Wilbert and Orville White were granted the U.S. patent for their new and useful improved flying machine. The aviation pioneers are credited for inventing, building, and flying the world's first successful motor-operated airplane. It took 3 years to get the patent after making the first controlled sustained flight of a powered, heavier-than-air vehicle using the Wright Flyer on December 17, 1903 in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. The brothers were also the first to invent aircraft controls that made fixed-wing powered flight possible. So that was back in 1906, 3 years after they finally got their patent and stuff like that. And I actually seen that the Wright Flyer in the Smithsonian the one time I went to visit, and it's quite a sight. You look at that, they flew that thing. And they didn't really go, they went a little less than the length of a football field, I guess, on that first flight, as far as that goes. Let's see, on this day in 1998, 25 years ago today, the citizens of North Ireland and the Republic of Ireland voted overwhelmingly to accept a peace plan known as the Good Friday Agreement, negotiations and signed by 8 political factions. It was designed to end 30 years of bloody. Well, actually, that conflict was going on way before the 30 years. That goes back to ancient times, as far as that. Back to the England taking over Northern Ireland. It was designed to end 30 years of bloody conflict and bombing, and establish a self-rule for Northern Ireland, which had been under direct British control for 26 years, and it's still it's still part of the United Kingdom, I believe. Northern Ireland. I'd like to see Northern Ireland. I've got more Scottish background. I always thought growing up I had more Irish, but I have Scottish background more than Irish background as far as ancestry. But I remember during the 60s, in the news, there was always a bombing in Northern Ireland. It was, guerrilla warfare and stuff like that. So, at 43 years ago today, Pac-Man, the groundbreaking video game, was first placed in an arcade in Tokyo, Japan. Invented by the young man who loved pinball, Punk-Man, as it was first called, became the most successful arcade game. I remember dumping a crap load of quarters into that machine. When I started drafting up the project in the late 1970s, the arcades were filled with violent games all about killing aliens, the 25-year-old stated, with only boys hanging out there. He wanted to make arcades into a place where couples might enjoy, so he designed a game with them in mind. Working for Japanese game firm Namco at the time, I can't pronounce the gentleman's name there. Grabbed a slice of pizza from a box and had an epiphany that he took a pizza, and that's the because he took a piece of pizza. That's interesting. There, uh, yeah, I've got some Scottish background. The missus tells me. I always, I was always told and raised. I always thought my grandfather and my grandparents, my father's parents were Irish. My mother's side, they were Polish, as far as that goes. They were Polish, more Polish, and I think maybe some German in there and stuff like that. But on my father's side, it was it's actually what I thought was just a small line as far as that goes. But I consider myself 100% American, though, Jeeves. Okay, I'm American. You cut me, I bleed red, white, and blue. Okay, as far as that goes. Um, but the epiphany that he ate a piece of pizza, and that was a. You like that? The remaining pizza slice formed Pac-Man's shape, and oh yeah, you take a slice of pizza. Oh my God, I never knew that. Wow. And the game gobbled up points, went on to make history back in 1980. I remember it was 2 years after that. I was at when I was stationed at Wallace Air Station. Yeah, you look more Polish than Irish. Yeah, I do, don't I? But then again, I have people that they're more Polish as far as that goes. But I'm American. That's I don't that's my ancestry, but I was born here in America, so I'm an American as far as that goes. Because if you're over in Scotland, what was the ancestry of Scotland? They come, you could. I don't know. I don't get too much into the ancestry and stuff like that, but it is interesting. I find this interesting about Pac-Man though. But what is the same? In the early '80s, '82, I think, when I went to Wallace Air Station, there was this guy there, and at the Consolidated Club, they had Pac-Man there. This guy could turn the table on it. Everybody would give him. We would give him quarters to keep the game. He'd get up to a certain point. He'd always have a stack of quarters because it was fun watching him play. He would get on the levels that nobody else could go. He actually turned over the machine, the counter. I thought I'd never see something like that. And when you get up on those upper levels, you're cranky. You got to know the pattern. It's all about the patterns and stuff like that. So that's interesting, as far as that goes. And you could play Pac-Man online. It's an easy game to play now. Every game that video, but I think arcades are starting to make a comeback. There's in the new what used to be the Oakdale Mall. It's going to be the Oakdale Commons in Johnson City. They're going to have a Buster's there, so that's sort of an adult version. I don't know if you ever heard of Buster's. It's a pretty neat place. I have Pac-Man on my iPad. Yeah, I play Pac-Man online all the time. It's pretty cool. Let's see. Oh, yesterday was the anniversary of Amelia Earhart's crossing of the Atlantic Ocean. Just yesterday for May 21st, 1933, Amelia Earhart became the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean as she landed in Northern Ireland. We're just talking about Northern Ireland. About 15 hours after leaving. And I think Saturday was the anniversary because I posted something. Can't remember what I posted. I commented on no, it was yesterday. Yesterday also was the anniversary for the what's that guy? The guy who crossed the Atlantic. God, I can't think of his name. I got so caught up in Amelia Earhart. But let's go with today. Let's see, May 22nd. On May 22nd, President Lyndon Johnson delivered an address at the University of Michigan commencing exercise May 22nd, 1964, after he received an honorary degree and an extreme rights is. But he's, it was on May 22nd, 1964. President Lyndon Johnson, speaking at the University of Michigan, outlined the goals of his great society, saying that it rests on abundance and liberty for all, and demanded an end to poverty and racial injustice. So, and he signed legislation that Equal Rights Amendment there, I guess. I don't know if it was an amendment or whatever, but he did a lot. Let's see. What else do we have? In 1969, the lunar module of Apollo 10 with Thomas P. Stafford and Eugene Cernan aboard flew to within 9 miles of the moon's surface in a dress rehearsal for the first landing. And they actually had the LM. They were flying. They didn't land. It was Apollo 8. The capsule, and the Artemis mission that's going to be going off here in the next year or so. It's just going to circle around the moon and come back just like Apollo 8. Apollo 9 was a mission that went around the Earth to test the lunar module. Apollo 10 was the first Apollo that took the lunar module around the moon, circled, and then came back. Apollo 11 was the one that landed on the moon. And I know that like the back of my hand here, but they flew within 9 miles of the moon. They could have landed if they wanted to, I think. Let's see, what else? And I don't really see much of anything else there. Oh, in 2012, the Falcon 9, built by billionaire businessman Elon Musk, sped towards the International Space Station with a load of groceries and other supplies, making the first time a commercial spacecraft had been sent to orbit, the orbit outpost. Wesley A. Brown, the first African American to graduate from the United States Naval Academy in Annapolis. Why is that mixed in with that? First American. Oh, okay. On this day, I guess they should have cut that into another thing. On this day, Wesley A. Brown, the first African American to graduate from the United States Naval Academy in Annapolis, died in Maryland at age 85 on this day, or on this day back in 2012. So, and God bless you, sir. Thank you for your service. And but the Falcon 9 on this day. So yesterday they launched the Falcon 9. You sit there and you watch these rockets launch, and they're in low orbit. But we're getting ready with the Artemis program to launch humans back to the moon. The first female will be circling around the moon on the first Artemis mission out. It just, that's mind-boggling. You can't, people say, oh, they just launched it. There's a lot of science in that, a lot of math as far as that goes. And let's see, we're coming up to the top of the hour, so we're going to go ahead and exit stage left here, as far as that's it for the good history as far as that goes. So let's see, because we've been on here for an hour and 11 minutes. Oh my God. Thank you, Tony D, for being here. Thank you, Double J's. Thank you, Tim Fan, Yo-Yo. Thank you, G's. Appreciate it. And thank you all those that are watching this and watching this on the replay. And I appreciate the views. We're going to get our day started here. I just got long-winded today, I guess, which is par for course. You all have a great day, wherever you may be. Yep, take care too, Jeeves, wherever you may be. And have a great day, okay? It's the start of a new week. Live life, have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. We'll get our day started here, folks. Take care.